I trained at Cardiff Centre for Journalism Studies. I graduated from there last year in June 2009, and I was doing various bits of work experience and doing bits of work, but I moved back home to where I grew up in Birmingham, a nice leafy area called Bournville. You might have heard of it. It's where Cadbury's is from, but it's not just about Cadbury's in Bournville. There's so many stories and different things to talk about in the area, and I was quite aware that there wasn't anything like it in Bournville, like a local news outlet or a community sort of platform, and there wasn't any local newspaper in it. It's something that I'd always wanted to do growing up, was start a little local newspaper. I realised I could do something a lot cheaper and freely on the web, and there was a great support network in Birmingham. There were tons of hyperlocal sites starting up all across the city. So I had encouragement to start a local website for Bournville. So I found out a little bit about hosting websites and how you do that and buying domain names. And I started up a blog called bournvillevillage.com and sort of ran around doing community stories and bits of news and just generally building up a community online. It was really well received. So I started working for a social media company in Birmingham whilst running the Bournville Village blog. And it was a company called Podnosh, and through Podnosh I was learning a bit more about how to use social media for democratic benefit. I handed over the blog to a local runner in Bournville with no journalism training, but he's doing absolutely fantastically running the blog, and it's still a really vibrant blog, so I'd invite you to go and check it out. But I was then offered the job at the Guardian, being their beat blogger in Cardiff, so I moved back to Cardiff, and that's where I am now. And the whole Guardian Local project has got a number of aims and sort of hoped for outcomes, but it's really about community journalism and building an online community and network, and about bringing people together in a collaborative process. But I also sort of do a daily blog that runs with local news stories, sort of 5 or 6 stories a day. At the same time, I'm sort of doing lots of things that you can't see on the front of the blog, engaging with the local community and trying to encourage them to participate in their local life and engage more civically as well.